Questions?
Hey Nick, big game against Michigan State. I think the defensive line played really well. As a guy playing right behind those guys, what's it like to play with the D line in front of you is so well?
Yeah, those guys have done just an amazing job all year, and Saturday they just went above and beyond like they usually do. Whenever we're doing like inside backers and linebackers are playing well, it's always a reflection that they're doing the dirty work, and they might not always get the stats and the tackles, but they're really the true piece of it. You know what I mean? It always starts up front.
What's it like in practice when a guy like Damian Daniels does something very well that might not show up on the stat sheet? What do you guys tell him after that?
Oh, it gets us fired up. Just keep encouraging him and stuff, and he knows it too. Like, he loves it. Like, he just such a great player and so great at embracing his role. Like, he obviously makes a lot of plays too, but when he's not making plays, he's eating double teams, and he never gets moved off the ball, so it's really nice, yeah.
Barrett Root on the radio said last week that he feels like you and Luke and some of the other inside guys are starting to pick up some of his habits, like the way that he kind of structures his day, and even use the word persnickety. What does that look like for you guys, and what does he mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, with him, a routine is something he always talks about, and that's something we've really took pride in, and just having a routine. Like, every week's the same, every day's the same. We do this, and nothing changes no matter if you're feeling good or bad. Like, you always got to stick to the routine no matter what and keep getting better.
Affected your game positively?
Yeah, it helps a lot because when you build a routine, he also talks about stacking days a lot. So when you build a routine, it's really easy and useful to stack days.
Hey Nick, how do you balance team losses with your side of the ball is playing quite well? I mean, how do you kind of put that together?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's always you always look in the mirror and see like what you can control. We're not here to point fingers or anything like that. So it's at the end of the day, it's about winning and losing. So we didn't do everything we could do as a defense, and we got to keep improving as well to keep getting better week by week.
Nick, do you have an example of Garrett Nelson's passion for the game, his fire to be just a kind of something that like you watched him do and like as intense?
Yeah, I mean, from the first day, we early enrolleed, he was my roommate together, and the first day it was like we moved in, I think it was a Friday night or Saturday or whatever, and it's like 9 o'clock at night or something like that. We were just like, parents were just leaving and stuff, and he's like, "Hey, you want to go lift?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, what do you mean? I was like, "Yeah, sure. Like, let's go do it." So we tried to go in the weight room and couldn't get in. We were young freshmen. We didn't know what was going on really. We just thought we'd had access. But yeah, I mean, that's Garrett's as a football guy as you can get. So he loves the game, and his passion is something that rubs off on everyone.
That little recruiting class you guys had, the in-state guys, I think there were 5 of you in that 2019 class, and then Luke came in as a walk-on. How well have you guys kind of stayed together as a group? And you've all had success to some degree. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, I love those guys so much. So I think we've had a bond since we've even in recruiting and stuff, just in high school and stuff. I think we're all really similar, like-minded guys. So it's just super easy to get along and go to work with those guys every day.
What do you know about Northwestern and kind of what they've shown so far?
Yeah, I mean, every year they're a super disciplined team. They're going to have good skill players, good O-line, so it's going to be about knowing our fits and continuing to improve as a defense and play gap sound.
How many quarterbacks do you have to prepare for?
As many as we need to.
They have one guy that he kind of is a runner.
Yeah.
He's sort of that's pretty much all he does. Is it hard to split up? Maybe this guy's going to stand in the pocket and this guy's going to run.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's always about us, but we're definitely going to have some keys and tells about what quarterback's in the game.